I
Okay.
am going to talk about, uh, hopefully, we'll see a shakeup here with the Mets, at least as much of a
Mhm.
shakeup as they can make at this point. The Mets are 6-16 in their last 22 games. They're 3 games under 500, going into play on Wednesday. Really, the low point of the Buck Showalter era with the Mets. So the Mets are calling up Mark Vientos, their number 8 prospect according to MLB.com. Vientos has just been on fire in AAA, hitting 333, 13 homers, 1104 OPS over 38 games. He's now played 150 games in AAA, a very large sample. In those 150 games, he's hitting 294 with 40 home runs and 113 RBIs. You play this many games in AAA, there's nothing left to prove. It's time for him to come up and show what he can do. I think the most encouraging part with Vientos is that he is mashing both righties and lefties. He's hitting 327 against right-handers, 357 against lefties. He had a 734 OPS against right-handers last season in the minors. This year, he's hitting both. The other encouraging thing, strikeout rate for Vientos in AAA this year, 20.5% was 28.6% in AAA last year. So we'll see if that translates to the majors, but certainly encouraging when you look at the Mets DH situation. Daniel Vogelbach, the main DH there for the Mets are 25th in the majors in OPS out of their DH spot, 677, 27th in MLB with a 213 average. I still think most likely we're going to see Vientos like sprinkled in against lefties, but there could be a chance for more. I mean, Vogelbach just hasn't done a lot. He's very one dimensional. He gets on base, but he doesn't hit for power. I think if Vientos gets off to a hot start, he could really take the job and run with it there in the DH spot. So available, and this was as of Wednesday morning, so maybe it's a little higher now. He's available in 95% of Yahoo leagues. I think that number is going to change very quickly, but deeper mix leagues, if you need a quarter infielder spot or utility spot, I'd speculate on his power potential because they need it in that Mets lineup right now.
Yeah, it's funny. You look at Vogelback, and he has the body type and the position that you think he'd be a power hitter, but he just hasn't been. I mean, last year
No.
the OBP at 393 was great. He only slugged 436. This year, his 376 on base percentage, you think, oh, that's great. It's actually higher than his slugging percentage.
Yep.
It's 369. So even though Vogelback probably profiles when you mash it all out, he's still over 100 in OPS plus. He's 109
Yep.
this year. He was 138 last year. But the Mets have to do something. Unfortunately, Vientos can't pitch because that's what they really need help.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to wonder if Ron Darling is the best pitcher on the Mets right now. But you would think there's a chance that if Vientos gets a spot. First of all, if you're going to at least play in the strong side of the platoon, that is worth it. I mean, we talked about Lamont Wade last week, who's crushing right-handers, not playing at all against lefties. But if you can just project that ahead of time when he's going to play, you know how to handle it, and he's still
Yeah.
worth rostering. So I could see something popping here. Certainly, the Mets have to try some stuff.